Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Derek, and today we're taking a look at the alphaxomega Nekomimi Rem, or the cat ear Rem. Let's see if she's worth your money, or if you should spend it on a essential Good Smile Company one. Let's go. Instead of having smaller viewing windows, the entire box is actually made of plastic. Although the box is great and very cute on the outside with many Rems and hearts littered all over, I do see some potential construction issues. Unlike their cardboard counterparts, plastic can actually have a lot of scratches and marks on there, mainly from the stress marks that you may or may not apply to it. The plastic blister that houses Rem on the inside is also a little bit loose. It might move around a little bit in shipping. The assembly is relatively straightforward, but just in case, they also included some instructions. The major thing that you need to look out for when putting everything together is that her shoes are really fragile. I already broke mine somehow, and I'm going to have to glue it together soon. A spare heart is also included just in case you want to display her in her regular form. An adorable Rem with removable magnetic cat features? Sign me up. The use of magnets on this Rem figure is both smart and practical. There's no need for interchangeable heads, unsightly seam lines, or even having to commit fully to Neko Rem. The sculptor side perfectly captured Rem's bubbly personality with a wonderful winking face and a playful cat paw pose. The amount of detail that was sculpted into the maid outfit is also astonishing. The way that the ruffle white portion of Rem's skirt separates from the black is absolutely genius. It lets more detail come through, and it's not that commonly found on other Rem figures. They even included a sculpted garter belt. I really love the pose that they chose here. It looks like Rem is jumping up or maybe even floating, and the way that they've sculpted the rest of the maid outfit to react to that really helps sell that to you. Her ankle collar is actually very flexible and easy to install. Just make sure to get her in the right viewing and display angle so you don't see that gap. If there's one thing that I can change with the design, it would be to go all in with the cat theme and replace all the hearts with balls of yarn. Like with all Rem figures, it's best to scoop her up as quickly as possible before her waifu tax kicks in. She was recently released in April after a small delay, and you might still be able to get her for her retail price of 13,800 yen. Her combined height with her base is 240 millimeters or 9.36 inches. She's a 1/8 scale figure, and when compared to other 1/7 scale Rems, she looks a little bit out of place. But rest assured, whether she's napping on your laptop, perched on your shelf, or sitting in a box, she'll still steal your heart. Mega House usually delivers with the paint job. However, this one is a little bit on the weaker side. Oh, sorry, forgot to tell you guys. Alpha and Omega is a collaborative brand between Alter and Mega House. The airbrush work is incredibly subtle. You'll mainly find this on Rem's hair and the underside of her maid outfit. I sadly found a few small paint defects on Rem's headband. Some areas weren't fully colored in, which isn't too big of a deal, but right next to it is a much larger mistake, and her hair clips and ribbon do not match color-wise. This is kind of Rem 101, they are always the same color, so I wonder how this slipped through the cracks. Next to what I coined the essential Rem figure, the Good Smile version, she still holds her own. Other than the visible scale differences, it's interesting to see different color philosophies. Good Smile went with more heavy appreciating, while Alpha and Omega chose to be more subtle. The paint execution is definitely more polished with the Good Smile Company offering, but if I was looking at this purely from a design perspective, I would choose the Neko one, just because I love kitty cats, and all that detail is just too good to pass up. Since this was my first figure from Alpha and Omega, I wasn't fully sure what to expect. Both large companies like Alter and Mega House behind them, it helped renew some confidence. This is a figure I would highly recommend to anyone who is a cat lover, or if you just like versatile Rem figures. Just be careful when you're attaching her, because her shoe might break off, or have some super glue handy. As for all my other Rem fan addicts out there, make sure to give this video a like, or if you haven't got enough of your Rem fix, click one of the videos over here and check those out. My name is Derek, and I'll see you next time. Peace!